Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gekwad. You went into a very difficult subject, whether or not to do carotid angioplasty. In Europe and in United States, there is a balance feeling between both technique, carotid endarterectomy and carotid angioplasty. 6% of morbidity and mortality, I think it's a little bit high, but I would like to ask our co-panelist, Dr. Saroj Das, is from London, Charing Cross. He don't make any CAS procedure, but you got an experience of carotid endarterectomy. What is your comment and question?
Thank you. I think in UK particularly, although I'm not going to compare with that of United States, majority of our procedures are carotid endarterectomy. And the centers which are doing carotid angioplasty, mostly as a part of their clinical trial, that's what is being done. And if I tell you, probably around 5 to 6% of the carotid procedures are done as carotid stenting. The questions I have for you today is that I was actually interested to hear your results from the tandem lesion that you described, that carotid and tandem lesion. What's your approach to this problem?
So we have treated some tandem lesions as well. If the tandem lesion is in the petrous ICA or in the middle cerebral artery, and if it is very, very tight, means it is going to compromise the circulation, then what we do first, we try to treat the proximal lesion because that gives us an access. Once you dilate the carotid stenotic area, at which it will facilitate you to navigate the guiding catheter and allow you the passage. And then, of course, there are stents which are now suitable for intracranial work. We have some stents from like wingspan. In a couple of them, I have used stents when wingspans were not available here, the Enterprise one. I have deployed at least 2 of them, and I have close to now 6 years follow-up in that patient. Fortunately for me, I do not have a stenosis yet in that group.
Sir, do you use cerebral protection device in these patients?
No, I don't use cerebral protection device.
Sir, I would like, and thank you. I would like to ask one of the best experts in the world, Michel Henry. He was one of the first in France and in Europe to do this kind of procedure. Michel, I have a question for you. We have a question for you. Is a 6% honest enough to do this type of angioplasty?
No. If you have 6% of complication, stop. Stop.
Don't look at me.
No. But you must have less than 2%, maybe less than 1%. Now, with experience, good technique, you can do a carotid angioplasty with less than 1% complication. So I think it's the same with carotid endarterectomy. A good surgeon has also less than 1%, maybe 2%, like carotid angioplasty. But the problem, it's difficult to oppose surgery angioplasty. We have indication for surgery, we have indication for angioplasty, and we have to select the patient. But in your talk, I'm surprised you don't speak on direct stenting. It's important.
This is what
maybe you speak on, but you have to insist. You can do a direct stenting in 90% of the cases.
What
90% of the cases.
He did a good talk.
Yes, no problem. But you don't insist on guiding for example, simple technique.
If you allow me to speak, I will come to it. Basically, what I wanted to say, I pre-dilate only if the lesion is highly or tightly stenosed, which means that I can do direct stenting if the lesion is not tightly stenosed. That was my implication when I made this statement.
Yes, but for example, the difference for me between a long sheet and a guiding catheter with its shape is huge. If you use long sheet, you will have difficulty to enter your protection device into the internal carotid if the carotid is a little bit tortuous. With a guiding catheter, you have never any problem.
No, what I
Michel,
do,
So that
Michel,
some
we are
technical
short
points
of
are
time.
important, yes.
You end. I would like ask Dr. Khanna, white shirt, a young fellow.
Hello.
One short question, one short answer.
I don't have a short question or an answer to this topic. I'll just like to share one short case. I'll just take a 30 seconds. We encountered a one case last month in a vascular surgery. There was a carotid artery stenosis, almost 80 to 90%. There was a huge plaque which was obstructing the carotid, and it was at the origin site of ECA and ICA.
Michel.
We just decided to thought that we should go for a stenting. Ultimately, Dr. Raval Jindal was with me. He thought that no, we should wait and go for endarterectomy. And when we opened up in a surgery, what happened was immediately we opened the carotid. The plaque was so soft, we touched and it dislodged.
Oh my
And
gosh.
finally, we saved the patient with endarterectomy. In that case, if we would have thought that we would have done a dilation and then stenting, we would have landed up in some cerebral
Sir.
stroke or something else.
Thank you. This is a good example of the difficulties of this technique.
Yeah.
And you can, in real, yes, dislodge a soft plaque or all thrombus, but still a soft. This is a danger. It's why I think we needed to focalize on the pre-op determination of the structure of the plaque. And if Michel can say one word on soft plaque, dangerous plaque that could break.
Can we have the microphone given to Dr. Michel, please? A microphone, please.
30 seconds and we go to the next session. How can you see a soft plaque before? No, tell in the micro. How do you determine that?
If you had the clot, soft plaque, could be contraindication for beginners, sure. But with experience, you can do this kind of lesion, but maybe it's a good indication for reversal flow or from specific devices. But even soft plaque, believe me, the risk of detaching a plaque is not very huge. And if you cross very gently the lesion, it's the same in any vascular procedure. The risk of complication is very, very low.
very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, the only issue I'll raise with that is that I've spent some time talking with Mark Woolley, who's probably in the United States, who's probably stented as many carotids as anybody I know. And he and I have talked at length about how you decide what lesion looks like it's going to get you into trouble from embolization, what lesion isn't. And I can tell you that we came to the conclusion neither of us can tell. Dr. Biasi from Italy had spent a lot of time of his life looking at, grayscale determination of what the plaque looked like, and the GSM number is less than 25 or greater than 25. There was a higher incidence of embolization. I had one person that had a very smooth, perfectly looking 95% carotid stenosis. We were going to put a stent in. We did. We put a neuroprotection device in first, and we filled up the filter, filled it up to the point where it occluded the carotid artery, the flow of the carotid vessel, from plaque that was in that smooth lesion. I had another one that looked absolutely terrible, ulcerated, severe things hanging off it, and we thought we would have tons of material in the filter, had nothing in the filter at all. So either we missed it and the patient didn't have any symptoms, or I can't tell which lesion needs to be protected and which doesn't. That's the first thing. And second, I think that's probably the worst of it all, is you just can't tell from what things look like ahead of time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I would like the animator to announce the next session.
Thank you very much, sir.
Dr.
Thank you. Let's give a warm round of applause to the distinguished panelists.